What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options.
Hey guys, it's Danielle the Unicorn. What is poppin'? It's good to see you. I hope you had a good week. For my new individuals that are watching me for the first time, welcome. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Well, we all know why we are watching because we've watched the latest episode of The Mandalorian and you want to know my take on it, and hopefully your take on it and my take on it is the same. This was probably like one of the best episodes. I know I said last week that the episode with Ahsoka Tano was great, but this one was even better. This is going to be a spoiler, so if you haven't watched it, go watch the newest episode of The Mandalorian and come back and see what I have to say. But the rating for this episode, I think I'm just going to have to give it a 9.5. And, you know, I want to give my reasons why. But nevertheless, this is the highest rating that I've gave on this season so far. And I'm just really excited to talk about it. So we're just going to roll right into it. So before I even begin, this episode to me was like short and sweet. Like it went by so fast because you just wanted so much more to happen and it just had to end. So it was like a short but sweet episode. It starts off with the Mandalorian and Yoda in the ship, and the Mandalorian is like trying to still get Grogu. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I said Baby Yoda or not. I'm so used to saying that. I'm going to try to say Grogu, but trying to get Grogu to like use the Force to get the silver ball that he's like obsessed with all the time. And he does. He works his forces. He uses the Force, and Mando, he's like super proud of him and everything. They get to the planet Typhon, where that planet is like desert essentially, and they find an area. It looks like ancient, like ritualistic type of look. It's like big rocks and everything, and then it's like a big rock in the center. Mando puts Grogu in the center rock, and the next thing you know, Grogu, he is like beaming this blue force. He just does this blue force, and it looks like he is meditating. So he's just in his own little world. And the Mandalorian is like, all right, well, while you're doing that, I'm going to walk around and just protect you, see if anything's not going on, like nothing crazy is going on. So Mandalorian, he's just walking around and someone is shooting at him. And then out of nowhere, it was like this older gentleman, and he was hooded. And the Mandalorian is just like, who are you? And this hooded guy is just like, I want my armor. And he reveals himself. And I was like, hold up. Is this like Boba Fett? And come to find out it was. I was super happy to see him. You don't understand, like, Boba Fett, even though he didn't really use a lot of words in the past, like he didn't really talk that much, but he was still like badass back then. And I just, you know, starting with the Mandalorian, I just wish the Mandalorian was like ruthless, like Boba Fett, like just being that bounty hunter. And for me to see the Boba Fett come back, like it was a breath of fresh air. I'm like, yes, like, please, Boba Fett, like, have the Mandalorian sit on the side bench and you take care of everything. Like, please, because I'm tired of seeing Mando right now. So it was so nice to see him. But he's like, I want my armor back. Like, my father passed it on to me, and I want it. And the Mandalorians just keep questioning him, like, are you Mandalorian and everything. And Boba Fett is just like, I want my armor. And in return of getting my armor, I will protect the child. And then Boba Fett also had another person with him, Fennec. And Fennec was from season 1. Like, well, Mando thought he killed her. And she's like, yeah, you thought she killed me, but I was rescued by Boba Fett. And then she like tears open her skin and she's robot. Like she's cyborg, whatever you want to say. She just don't got no organs. She got robotic stuff inside of her. So Boba Fett saved her, and she's just like, you know, I owe him my life, so I'm working along with him or for him or whatnot. And Mando is like, okay. So you know, as they are conversing, like there are some stormtroopers that are coming down to the planet, because I told you that there was a tracker on Mando's ship. So they found them, and you have Grogu still in a trance, and Mando is trying to get to him. I don't know why Mando just kept trying to get him out of the force field, because he just kept getting like messed up from it. But yes, he was just trying to get that and trying to get Grogu. So as that is happening, you have Fennec and Boba Fett fighting all these stormtroopers. Now, you know, like, they shouldn't even bother to have these stormtroopers, because stormtroopers, they just get killed easily. They are just there, essentially. So it lasted to me for about a good 5 minutes, like a chunk of the show of Boba Fett, Fennec fighting these stormtroopers. And then Grogu, he's still in a trance, so Mando can't get him out of it. And then next thing you know, I guess Boba Fett, he went off somewhere. There was still more fighting and everything. They killed off pretty much all of the stormtroopers. And then they cut to Moff Gideon. And Moff Gideon, he has the soldiers that was in like 2 episodes ago, maybe, I think, that they showed. But yes, those were called the Dark Troopers. Now, I've always had some type of issue with the way Star Wars name things. It's very basic. So the Dark Troopers, okay, like, they are jet black, so they are dark, but why would we want to call them Dark Troopers? Let's call them something else. So he's like, release the Dark Troopers. I'm like, okay, cool. Me personally, I do like robotic fighters, like robotic soldiers that know how to fight very well. But, they flew down, and they came down and essentially grabbed Grogu. Let me backtrack a little. Now, there was some things that the stormtroopers had that I've never seen before, like automatic, like, guns, like that just went off automatically, and big, like, bombers that was set off. So there was some, like, additional new things that stormtroopers use, like weapons versus their guns. So that stood out to me. The fighting scenes, it was all good, but I just felt like it lasted for a long time. Now, let's go fast forward to the Dark Troopers that I'm talking about. They fly down. It's a new thing, and I'm all for, like, badass robots knowing how to fight, but they didn't do anything. They just came down and walked towards Grogu. Grogu, when he uses his force or powers, it drains him, so he gets automatically weak and sleepy. So he got sleepy from doing that force field thing, and the Dark Troopers, they just snatched him up and took him away. I just wish that it was just more of a fight scene in that part of that scene, I guess. Just them fighting, but they didn't. They just snatched up Grogu and they took him away and everything. So I was just, like, disappointed with that. Let me backtrack a little, because Boba Fett did get his armor. He put that stuff on, and I was like, yes, like, this is who I want. This is who I'm looking for. This is the bounty hunter that I would like to see with the remainder of the show. To be honest, like, Mando has no idea who this man is and what he's capable of and how badass he is. So I'm like, excited. And, Boba Fett, like, tried to, he was following where they was taking Grogu, and he's just like, oh, it's a ship. It's the Imperial ship. And, so he turned around, because I wouldn't want him to die or anything like that. So I'm happy that he turned around, because I'm like, I want to see more of Boba Fett, please. But yes. And then Grogu, he's in the hands of Moff Gideon now. So that's I don't know what's going to happen next episode, to be honest. I'm kind of upset that Ahsoka Tano didn't want to go with Mando and Grogu to that planet. I think that would have been really awesome, like for her to have been in this episode. Going back to the ship, Grogu is up there, and like just the little things that he can do with his powers, like the way that he was, you know, defending himself from the stormtroopers, like I'm like, that's so adorable. I'm just curious of what more he is capable of. I feel like he did suppress his powers and feelings, just being traumatized from everything that he's been through, and like he's slowly opening up using his powers. So I'm just excited to see what more things that he can do. But yeah, Moff Gideon, you know, evil. He just like loves looking at people die. So like Grogu, he's just like really giving it to the stormtroopers. And then again, like I said, when he uses powers so much, he gets weak and gets sleepy. So he just like fainted, and then they put little cuffs on him. And I'm just like, oh. So, but that is essentially that episode of The Mandalorian. It's called The Tragedy. So yes, they get there. Yoda's in. Yoda. I'm so used to saying Yoda. I need to stop. But yes, Baby Yoda is in a trance. Mando runs into Boba Fett, and then stormtroopers come down trying to get Grogu. Boba Fett whips out his old armor and starts kicking ass. And then Moff Gideon releases the Dark Troopers, snatches up Grogu, and they just go into hyperspace, hyperdrive, and you know, the mission now is to get Grogu. So yes, that was that review for The Mandalorian. Like I said, I really enjoy it. I gave it a 9.5 because I just felt like I did enjoy the fighting scenes, but we just all know that stormtroopers die easily, so I just didn't want them to stay so much on it. What they probably should have did was a little bit of stormtroopers and then have the dark troopers come down and fight them. I'm just saying, that's what I think should have happened, but I'm not the writer, I'm not the director. But yes, this is my show review. I hope you liked it. I hope you agreed with me. I'm always scared what type of comments people are going to leave. But if you want to leave a comment, you can hit the like button and please subscribe to me. I can't wait for the next episode to come out. Hopefully it will be off the chain. But yes, y'all have a good weekend, and then y'all have a beautiful week ahead of you. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye.